Yo, what is good, YouTube? I am back again, and this time I did not take a month in between uploads. Only took about a week and a half. So if you like, a little bit more consistency, you should subscribe. I'm only 34 away from 200, and you get to say you were here before 1,000. So that's pretty cool. Also, speaking of 1,000, my last video got over 1,000 views, which oof, that's way more attention than I thought it would get, and that's probably my most liked video. So if you're back here again from that video, drop a comment down below. But now it is time to get into the topic of today's video, which is Lil RT's 20 versus 1 video, and the guy who just, I guess, set everything up. Before we get into the 20 versus 1 video, let's give a little background. Lil RT, he is a young rapper who's probably been rapping since he's 9, since I believe he is 10 years old right now, and the subject of the things he is rapping about is pretty vulgar and probably not something that a little ass kid should be talking about in the song.
I walk with a girl, and I give me a girl, and I want her, and I got her number, and I'm finna rape her down with a partner.
What? I beg your pardon? I beg your pardon?
When I was 9 years old, I would never even think to say no shit like that. I don't know if this little niglet has just been listening to much Famous Dex or Rick Ross. If it wasn't that, it has to be the people around him, because kids are very much malleable and easily influenced at that young of an age. What? Bro, if I would have said that, my mom would have beat my ass, my dad would have beat my ass. They probably would have put me in military school or something. Nah, hell no. They would have done something more extreme. They would have sent me back to Africa. I ain't never been to Africa. I'm African American, but still, shit. They would have put me in the motherland to reset me back to the factory settings. My life would have changed drastically. I would have disappeared off the internet and there would have been no trace of me. Shit, they might have gave me the Omni-Man treatment and just said, fuck it, we need to restart. Now to the poster. Now this little bit of promotion is really crazy for two reasons. One, Lil RT is like fucking 10 years old. He shouldn't be doing any 20 versus 1 where girls are women. The second reason being that this weirdo in the middle found at least 4 women that we know of that was comfortable potentially getting put on the sex offender list for $500. Now let's get back to this dude in the middle, the host, the guy who probably planned everything out. Where did these niggas come from? Because they usually start off just doing prank videos that don't get that many views, and all of a sudden they have rappers and celebrities in these 20 versus 1s. It's like, where are you getting the money to afford, all the equipment and production on top of paying whatever celebrities actually in these videos? Like, these niggas have to be fucking industry plants, because there's just no other way, unless they're just getting loans and just banking on the fact that the video's gonna do well and they're gonna get their money back. Let me rephrase that. It's the fact that the video has to do well after you paid the rapper, paid the production crew, and probably paid some of the women in the video, which I don't know. I feel like some people will just show up just to do it for clout and be in a popular video, but that's besides the point. Did anyone else notice that? Like, am I conspiracy theorist with the tinfoil hat or no? All right, that's enough yapping. Let's show some clips.
If Crip or Blood fight, which one are you helping?
Who you helping? You gonna help her?
The thing that I find crazy about that clip is that Lil RT had the most rational response to that fucking ridiculous question. Because the adult in the room, or one of them, let's just say the chaperone, he sat there and said, fuck you mean, Then that dude goes on to inquire about a response from Lil RT. Now, I wonder if y'all noticed that that's obviously not a woman, that is a little ass girl. Which is different from the poster, which tells me that someone in his team probably told him that's not a good idea and you should probably do it with girls if you're gonna do it, or it's because he got a lot of backlash from social media. Which is sad if that was the only thing that was preventing him from posting the video and not having some morals and not being a weirdo, because to be honest with you, doing some weird shit like posting Lil RT with some grown women does not seem beneath him, in my opinion, because the nigga acted like a fucking freak this video.
Oh, shit.
Now, this was from a section of the video where the little girls had to do a dance battle for Lil RT's approval to determine if they could stay in the competition or not. And I honestly think this section of the video was his idea because this nigga just got way too fucking excited. Now, for this portion of the video, I am going to censor it for a few reasons. One, it was odd. Two, that nigga got way too excited. And something tells me that other motherfuckers who watching this video get that same type of excitement. And the third reason, I think, or I would hope the majority of people just don't want to watch shit like that. Shit, I didn't want to watch that shit. I didn't even know that was even going to be in the video. The only clip that I saw before I actually watched the video, which I had to skim through it because, I don't know, I felt like my brain was falling apart, was that Crip and Blood clip. Now we have reached the halfway point of the video, so if you made this far, you probably liked what you saw or were somewhere interested, so you should like the video and subscribe and hit the bell notification so you can see when the next video pops up. Alright, bye.
Damn!
How are you owing? Oh yeah, brother, call that, bro.
Hold on, twin. Okay. Damn! Oh, shit. Oh!
You see what I mean? This nigga was way too enthusiastic about this portion of the video. He was jumping out the chair, gripping that shit about to fall out. Man, he was louder than the kids.
Oh! All right, keep going, come on.
Now, if it wasn't very obvious, which I hope is a good thing, those first two girls with the splits and that last girl started shaking her butt, which this nigga's response to that was to clap and saying, keep on going, come on. No, this nigga's a freak. He's a fucking pervert. He's a fan. I don't know. I've seen enough, man.
Guilty. That nigga is guilty. I don't need to deliberate. Hang that nigga now. I got the rope right here.
Now we could talk about the conclusion of the video where, you know, we get to mention everything wrong with the video, which happens to be fucking everything from the marketing as a 10-year-old versus a whole bunch of grown women. Weird as hell. A little bit less weird is him with a bunch of girls his age in the video. It's better, but still not good because girls that age should not be worried about impressing little boys or vice versa. I mean, when I was that young, I was playing my DS, sports, tag. I was outside. I'm focusing on school. I don't understand why kids nowadays can't do the equivalent. I mean, I know the reason why. It's because these niggas just act a little bit too fucking grown, and the adults let them act that way. I mean, again, when I was young, and this isn't the case for every little kid, but if you were raised right, if you did something that was not appropriate for your age, the adults would usually check you, being like, hey, you shouldn't be doing that, little niglet, stop. But nowadays that doesn't happen, and that's because these kids aren't being raised by adults, or aka, you know, their parents or whatever. They're being raised by social media influencers, rappers, celebrities, basically their phone or their tablet. I mean, their parents just throw these niggas an iPhone as soon as they get old enough to go to school, and now they don't have to worry about raising them, which is a awful idea because kids are very malleable, impressionable, all that at that age. They want to copy and do the exact same things their favorite celebrities do.
You like my shirt, babe? It turn you on?
RT like that.
This has gone beyond the point of negligence. These niggas over here laughing and giggling. They're over here enabling this shit. I'm not gonna lie, listening to Sexy Red at that young of an age is insane because she makes some of the most ratchet music I have ever heard in my life. And, you know, I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say that, you know, my parents just had me listen to gospel and Sesame Street songs because, man, my mom used to play Snoop Dogg and NWA, but you know what? I wasn't talking about, you know, smoking weed, getting my dick sucked, smacking bitches, and getting Mexicans addicted to crack. If I did do that shit, my mom would have cut that shit out immediately. Why? Because I was a little ass kid that was raised right. These people be treating their kids like fucking adults. They be adultifying these little black kids, and I don't get it. Like, why? Bro, The first time I've ever seen Lil RT, not the first time I've heard of him, but the first time I've ever seen what this nigga looks like was, I believe, on Twitter, when it was either like a picture or maybe it was a picture and a video of this nigga in the strip club. If I recall, I think there was a picture of this nigga posed up with the stripper with her cheeks out, and that is not it. I heard people talk about that there were strippers in the club letting this nigga grab their ass and shit. Like, how? Like, what? That, bro, you're a grown adult woman. Like, we need to send these people to fucking prison. Honestly, prison might not be enough. We might need to put these niggas up under the prison. And how did a strip club let this nigga in there? Like, are they not afraid of their business going downhill or being closed? Is that strip club still open? Like, what is going on here? Man, where is CPS when you need them? There's no way they have not been getting spam with calls about this nigga, just anonymously or from people on the internet, because Jesus, man, like, do they just not accept calls from people that don't know him personally? Because there's no way this has gone under their radar. That's impossible. Now, finally, to the host. I don't understand where he got all these little girls from. Did he like post an ad on Craigslist? Did he show up to the school saying, you should come, you should come, you should come. Ooh, Lil RT would love you. Like, is that what he did? Is he just friends with these kids' parents? Where did they come from? I don't know, man. The nigga is just, at the very least, he's weird. To me, he might be a pervert. But at the end of the day, I'm not, putting any allegations on him. Please do not sue me. It's just my opinion. I wish I could put a kufi on when I say this, but this is a message to the parents, the guardians, the nigga who came with the idea for that video, or the nigga who hosted the video, probably the same person, I don't know, and just black people who watched this video and saw nothing wrong with it. This is beyond ignorance. This is beyond niggatry. This has gotten to the point where this is Tom Coonery, and Dr. Umar has a message for you people.
Dear Coon, on behalf of Dr. Umar Ifatunde Oguntade and the International Movement for the Independence and Protection of African People, you have hereby been excommunicated from the African race, and we have rebirthed you into the European power structure.